Hello everyone, today we'll be doing the hard questions of factorization. So when we look at this first question, we just want to notice that we're going to need two numbers that add up to -1, and since this is x and x, we just have to find two numbers that when we multiply equal 132 and when we add equal to -x. So we could just see the numbers that are close to 132. We know 11 squared is 121. But we also know that 12 squared is 144. So it's somewhere along the middle, but we know it's not a square value. So let's try 11 times 12. When we do that, we get 132. So that works. Which is why when we factorize x squared minus x minus 132, we'll have to times x by -12 and x by 11. And then we will get this thing. And to check, we can see x squared plus 11, then we have -12x, so plus 11, that's -x, times 132. So that is correct. Now we're going to look at x cubed minus 4x. Well, to simplify this problem, we're just going to directly get the x's out of the way, right? So what we're going to be doing is take the x out. We're going to have x, and we're going to have x squared minus 4. I'm sure you can all see when we multiply these two, we'll get this value. Then we're going to factorize the inner function. And I hope you can see that this is just the difference of squares, which means we're going to have x minus 2 and x plus 2. And we just drag that x over here. So that'll be the final answer. So for this question, we're going to be using the same principle as we did in the previous question, saying that we're going to set the same terms, h plus k, as another variable to make it easier for us. So we're going to first write h plus k as a. We're going to set it as a. And we're going to write 7a squared minus 21a. It'll be equal as this expression on top. And as we can see, 21 is a factor of 7, so we can bring 7a out of the equation. So we're going to write 7a times a minus 3. And once we're here, all we have to do is plug h plus k back into the equation. So we will get 7 times h plus k. Well, what am I writing? 7a h plus k. And we're going to multiply this by h plus k minus 3. And we're done. So for the second problem, we're just going to have to quickly analyze and split these two expressions into two parts to make it easier for us. So looking at the first part, we can see that it is factorizable by 2. So we can just put 2 out of it times c minus 2d. And when we look at the second function, we can also see that it is factorizable by p. So subtracted by p multiplied by c minus 2d. And oh wait, c minus 2d is here and over here. So we can set this as a for now. So we can say 2a minus pa. And you can see we can group the a's. That will become a2 minus p. And we know a is c minus 2d. So we have c minus 2d times 2 minus p. So that is how you solve this one.
Question 1. Factorize completely 12x squared plus 15xy minus 9x. For this question, it is important to find the highest common factor of all terms. This is what we should do and what we should be looking for in most questions asking us to factorize. As we can see, all three of these terms in this question have 3x as a factor. So what we do is we put 3x separately, and then inside brackets we divide 3x from all the terms and write the remaining equation to to get 4x plus 5y minus 3 inside the brackets. Question 2. Expand the brackets and simplify 5 minus n times 3 plus n. In order to expand brackets, we must remember the rule for doing so. So that is, we will multiply each term in one set of brackets with each from the other. So in this case, it will be 5 times 3 and 5 times n, then negative n times 3 and negative n times n. Here we would get 15 plus negative 3n plus 5n minus n squared. And then we can simplify this by adding negative 3n and 5n to get a final result of 15 plus 2n minus n squared.